Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to QuickBreak Games, and welcome to a brand new video about LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, the massive new LEGO game coming out here on April 5th. And I'm making a video this time because we actually have significant amounts of gameplay, like over 3 minutes of new gameplay that they just released through a new developer diary from TT Games. So this one's called the Building the Galaxy developer diary. So this one really goes into the open world and like the open world planets and all the stuff you can do there. So we're going to be looking at this gameplay in this video. So if you like what you see, please give this video a like, dislike it if not, and subscribe for more content like this. We're not only covering Skywalker Saga, but we cover all the other LEGO games. We create guides, all sorts of stuff like that. So if you like LEGO games, you're going to love this channel. But okay, let's go ahead and get started into this video. So we're just going to be going through this video kind of scene by scene and looking and seeing what we can find here. I have removed all the parts of the video where the developers are talking, so we're just going to be looking at the raw gameplay. Okay, so the gameplay begins here with this shot of what looks like Coruscant and some N1 starfighters and what looks like, I'm not sure what the name of that ship is, that big silver one. Some of you Star Wars fans can let me know in the comments below. I'm probably going to be asking the name of a lot of different stuff throughout this video because, you know, I don't know everything about Star Wars. I know quite a bit, but yeah, let's go ahead and continue on. There's some open world. It looks to be from a cutscene from the game. Here we have some Kashyyyk open world gameplay here with Yoda riding on this vehicle, and we also have some Wookiees down below. We have some studs here in the middle. And I don't see too much else. I'm not sure if that's a collectible over there on the far right or not. Let's go ahead and continue on. We've seen this part of the beach before in like other pieces of gameplay. Here we have the Slave 1 with Jango Fett being chased by Obi-Wan Kenobi here from Episode 2. And we have Geonosis there in the background as well. Here we have some Coruscant open world gameplay with Mace Windu and a clone trooper behind him. I'm sure some of you guys could let me know the exact name of that clone trooper and his outfit and all that kind of stuff. Looks like two panels here. We can see some blue glowing in front of those panels, so I'm not sure if that's going to be like where you call in a vehicle or something like that. That's definitely something you can interact with. We also see a Kyber brick here on top of this statue, so that's kind of something to look out for when you're actually playing the game, to try to hunt down that Kyber brick. And I don't see anything else. Here we have some more gameplay here on Takodana with BB-8, and this is again in the open world. And again, this gameplay is focusing on the open world, so we're going to be seeing a lot of that here. And here we have some Naboo gameplay here with the Gungans in their underwater little city here with Jar Jar Binks, man. His running animation is just hilarious. Let's go ahead and play that just at full speed. Look at that. It's hilarious. All right, here we have some more footage from the sequels. This looks to be from Episode 7, where they're kind of looking at where Luke is, trying to pull up the map with R2-D2. Look at his little flashlight sticking out, or his little hologram, I guess I should say. It looks like a flashlight. So that's kind of cool animation there. Here we have some more open world gameplay here on Jakku with Rey riding this speeder. And it looks to be some sort of platforming up here. Looks like there's a blue glow right there. That's probably a Kyber brick if I had to guess. And let's continue on here. We got a lot of studs and stuff. There's Millennium Falcon. We've seen that shot before. LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, Building the Galaxy. Alright, so here we have a shot of the X-Wing. This is going to be the cutscene that plays. So when you're out kind of in space and then you go to land on a planet, this is kind of the little cutscene that plays there. This part of it there that they showed. Here's Tatooine playing as a Tusken Raider, riding a Bantha there. And again, you're going to be able to go into Jabba's palace as well, which is really cool. And let's continue on. Here is Naboo, which I'm not sure the name of this character. I remember him from the movie, but maybe some of you guys can let me know in the comments. There's Queen Amidala. We have, looks like somebody fishing there in the background, which is kind of funny. It just looks like there's so much life in each of these planets in this open world. Like, there's going to be so many different LEGO minifigures just kind of doing their own activities in the background. Let's go ahead and continue on. I like her dress piece there, by the way, Queen Amidala. That's actually really cool. Of course, in the original game, she just had, like, regular, you know, legs like any other minifigure. Here's some Episode 9 gameplay here. This is the They Fly Now scene that everyone knows about with the flying stormtroopers chasing her. Here we have some more sequel gameplay here, playing as Finn, and you can see on the right here, this looks to be a level, I believe, or some sort of interactive mission here on the right, that green hologram. I believe that's going to be one of the levels in the game, so you're going to walk up to that if you want to like replay a level later on. Also notice the sand accumulating on Finn's legs there. That's a new feature of this game. That'll happen with snow and stuff like that, depending on what planet you're on. It'll kind of get on your LEGO minifigure. Here we have another clip of what looks like Luke Skywalker from Episode 4 at the end when they're going to attack the Death Star, I believe. And so that's pretty cool. Let's continue on. Here we have the selection screen where you're going to choose which movie you want to play. So again, you have to play the first movie in a trilogy to unlock the later ones. So, for example, Return of the Jedi is locked here because they have to go back and beat Episode 5, which is also locked in this scene. So they actually have to go all the way back to Episode 4 and then play up to Episode 6 to actually play that. And there is The Force Awakens, and here is the galaxy map where you can see all 24 planets in the game. So far they have Coruscant and Tatooine unlocked so far, as well as Kamino and Kashyyyk. and Bespin, so they have quite a bit of planets. Looks like they've been playing maybe a few different trilogies there. And we can also see here they have 4 million studs. And yeah, that's about all I'll talk about here. We've seen this galaxy map a billion times now. It was really cool when we first saw it, but we've seen it multiple times. There we have Lando on Bespin there, with Ugnaught following him. And here we have, it looks like, is that Padme? It looks like, I'm not sure. Let me know if you guys know which character that is. I believe that's Padme, and she has some sort of weapon on her waist there. I'm not totally sure what that is, but she's doing some sort of platforming in the open world here. Here we have Rey on Octu with these different Porg Keeper characters. I'm not sure what their species is called. Looks like we have some sort of side mission there. You can see the eye above this character's head, so if you walk up to that character, they're probably going to have a side mission for you. Here we have a cutscene traveling at hyperspeed there in the Imperial shuttle. Let's continue on here, and then you land on the planet. Not sure what planet that is. Is that Hoth? I have to imagine that's Hoth just because it's how wide it is. Here we have C-3PO on Tatooine with a bunch of AI characters. It looks like R2-D2 is the co-op partner there. Let's continue on. And here we have what looks like from the beginning of Episode 2, Attack of the Clones on Coruscant. This is that little bar area where, you know, the famous Death Stick scene. You can see a Kyber brick just kind of sitting out in the open here. So it looks to be that some of the Kyber bricks are going to be pretty easy to get, and I'm sure a lot of other ones are going to require a lot of puzzle solving to actually collect. Here we have some concept art. So we have some Tatooine concept art here. We got some indoor concept art. This is some of the stuff that the developers worked on. Hoth. And then we can see, looks like some Naboo concept art. Here's Bespin. And here's actually developers making the game. You can see a lot of the technical stuff here. Maybe some of you guys that are into 3D modeling can actually, you know, kind of understand what's actually going on here. Yeah, it looks really cool, just kind of how they place all the different objects within the actual game world. Here we have more Kashyyyk here. Looks like some walkers, so this is going to be available for you to get in if you want to. And this looks to be where you're actually going to land when you travel to this planet. At least it's going to be one of the landing zones, because we know some of the planets actually have multiple different spots you can actually land on the planet. Here we have this droid here playing as this little droid. And I will say, there is a little bit of stuttering here during this scene. Here, I'll play it at full speed just so you guys can see it. And right there you can see it's a little bit choppy. It might be hard to tell on this actual video, but go watch the video, the full video yourself if you want to see it in action. But the frame rate does stutter there during gameplay a little bit. So again, there is that stuttering problem that I've talked about in other videos. I'm going to have another more detailed video about the stuttering a little bit later. But the frame rate seems to be a little bit unstable on this game. That's really the one sort of negative I would have to say leading into the release of this game. Looks like another character might be fishing there in the background. Continue on here. And here is Luke Skywalker on Tatooine. This looks like to be from the beginning of Episode 4. In the open world, here we have Greedo riding on a speeder. In the open world, we can see a Jawa has a side mission because, again, that eye is above his head. So you're going to be able to walk up to that character and talk to the Jawa. Here we have some Bantha there. We have Princess Leia here in her bounty hunter armor from Episode 6. And again, they're showing how the sand actually accumulates on the character as you walk through, you know, the sand as the character. Anakin's not going to like that. And here we have Han Solo again. Again, he's got snow kind of on the top of his minifigure, dynamically going on top of the minifigure, which is awesome in the Echo base. And look at that. There's actually a mouse droid with a Stormtrooper helmet on top of it. That's actually a nice little detail that they didn't have to do. There's the good look at the Hoth Han Solo model there. And there's a good look at Chewbacca with, it looks like some sort of item or sack hanging off of him, which is interesting. Here we have a clone trooper from Episode 3, the Kashyyyk clone trooper with a Wookiee behind him. So that's pretty cool. And continue on here, we have Luke Skywalker from Dagobah with R2-D2 behind him. And again, R2-D2 is glowing blue because that signifies that you can basically use the Force on that object. In this case, R2-D2. And again, you can actually see the mud accumulating on R2-D2 himself, which is really cool. So here we have a nice cutscene of Episode 1 near the beginning on Naboo when Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan meet Jar Jar Binks. And it's funny how they do this, like his head just keeps getting banged on the vehicle there, which is pretty hilarious. Alright, so here we have a clip of Episode 2, again at the beginning during the Death Stick scene, and you can see Obi-Wan there, Episode 2 Obi-Wan. You can actually see his robe, how it kind of comes down on his minifigure, down to his leg piece. That's actually a really nice touch. And again, this is glowing blue in the background. That means you can use the Force on it and pick it up. It's going to be a really cool feature. You can see some Death Sticks there, I believe. I think that's what that's supposed to be. And there is the chair glowing, meaning you can use the Force on that as well. Alright, there's Kef Burr from Episode 9. There's Dagobah again. Looks like something in the background there on Dagobah. I'm not totally sure. It looks like you can even get up into the trees and swing on this vine, because you can see here there's like a climbable ledge there and some studs up there. So yeah, Dagobah is going to be really explorable in this game. There's R2-D2 on Bespin. Here is Lobot, of all people, with Lando as the co-op partner. Or actually, no, I don't think Lando is the co-op partner. I think Lando's just kind of walking around in the open world. But alright, let's continue on. Looks like a climbable statue right there, by the way, with studs on it. Here we have Jar Jar Binks shortly after that cutscene we saw earlier. And again, his running animation is just so funny. And there looks to be another Kyber brick hiding behind that tree stump there. And this is the water where Jar Jar Binks jumps in and goes down into the city below. Looks like, I don't know if this is just a random just Lego piece that you can destroy and get studs, but it almost looks like a dig spot that maybe you can dig with a certain character. Not sure. Alright, so here we have some indoor gameplay with Han Solo indoor version going down this zip line. Here we have C-3PO and the Ewoks here from episode 6. Continue on. Got some more cutscenes here. Again, the frame rate looks a little bit choppy here, not gonna lie, but we'll see if they get that fixed before launch. There we have some N1 Starfighter playing as Queen Amidala, and this is going to be one of the open world interactions or open space interactions where you're actually going up against the Separatist there. So that's pretty cool. And we also have the purple torpedoes which return. Looks like you can hold 5 at a time, unlike the original games where you can only hold 3 at a time. Here we have a side mission in the Mos Eisley Cantina, something to do with the music playing, which is pretty funny. Here we have some episode 9 gameplay here with Poe Dameron. This is like a side mission where you have to shoot all these targets in time, and if you get the gold, you're probably going to get a Kyber brick as a reward, if I had to guess. Here's another Jawa side mission here with the Sarlacc pit, which is really cool. Look how detailed the Sarlacc pit is. Like, man, just go back and just think about how simple this Sarlacc pit looked in the original game and how it looks now. It's quite insane. So here you'll see some sort of food collectible. So if you actually listen to the video, they're doing a side mission where they're trying to like feed the Sarlacc pit. So you're going to go around this area and collect a bunch of these objects, and you're going to throw them into the Sarlacc pit for him to eat it. So that's just kind of cool there. Here we have these side missions. I'm not sure if we've actually seen this before, but I will note here on the left, you can see what looks like a mini kit logo. So I'm guessing this is going to be how you track how many mini kits that you've gotten in each level. And this is the side mission. This little exclamation point is the side mission icon. So it's going to be kind of detailing all the side missions in the game. And we've never really had this in a previous Lego game before, where you can actually see all the different side missions. There's a little description about it. It gives you the location on it, and it tells you which character is actually giving the mission. So this is a Wampa. You can see it says untracked. So right now they're tracking the Wampa Wander side mission. And so essentially what tracking means, from what I understand, is it's going to highlight that on your map. It's going to give you a little icon like go here to continue this side mission. So you can untrack that to get rid of that icon. So up here you can see the different side missions for the different planets. We have Exegol, Space. So Exegol is going to have its own side mission. The words written in blue seem to be the specific location on that planet of the side mission, because you can see here we're on Hoth, and then we're in the Echo Base side mission. So that's pretty cool. And again, I really like that minikit tracker, so we're going to be having a minikit guide in the channel. It'll be really cool if you can just easily track how many minikits you have in all the levels right there. That'll be awesome. So here we have some Echo Base. They're actually doing that side mission now with this Wampa, so the Wampas can actually talk in this game, which is kind of funny. So it looks like frozen characters there, so maybe if you play as a Flame Trooper, you can unfreeze these characters for another side mission. And here we have a Porg Keeper. I come here every day to feed the young Porgs. And I'm not sure, what character is that? Is that old Luke with that hair? It's kind of hard to tell. I believe that's old Luke from episode 8. Alright, so here we have another look at the planets, unknown regions, with Octu, Exegol, Kefbur. And again, that's all the planets that we've seen before. There's going to be a ton of explorable planets in this game, that's for sure. So you can see when you actually select the destination, so we're doing Exegol here, Exegol Space, you can see there's 5 Kyber bricks, what it seems like there, and then there's 2 characters to unlock in that area. Then there's another area on Exegol called the Sith Citadel, which is where Palpatine is, and there's going to be 21 Kyber bricks to find there. One of whatever this collectible is, I'm not totally sure what that one's going to be called, 6 characters to find, and then 2 vehicles to find. So it's cool that it actually lays out just how much stuff you have to do in each level, so that's going to be really convenient to actually track what you've done. Here is Octu once again, taking off there. So it looks like there's going to be actually an animation that shows you taking off from each planet. Here is our first look at Exegol. So I'm not sure if this is considered the Sith Citadel or space. I imagine it's space. Is this going to actually be in outer space above the planet? But here we can actually see a Kyber brick right there. So this seems to be the Sith Citadel. And let's continue on here. I don't think we've actually seen too much of Exegol so far. We've seen a little bit of like story mode gameplay, but nothing in the open world. There is a Kyber brick right there in the open, and on Octu. We see a lot of the Kamino species here, so I'm assuming this is Kamino. We have Count Dooku doing some sort of a side puzzle here where you have to get these balls into these bins. So that's pretty cool. And we also have Jango Fett there, so yeah, I'm assuming that's Kamino. And here we have Tatooine with a Jawa and a Stormtrooper following behind him. Here we have another side mission here with Rose Tico, with everyone's favorite section from Episode 8. Everyone loves that scene. Alright, let's go ahead and continue on here. Here we have some Episode 9 gameplay, trying to go down this zipline to get that Kyber brick. Here we have Count Dooku once again. It looks like Kamino, because we have Jango Fett and the Kamino species. So there we go, completing a side mission there. So here we have a good look at the ships in this game. Now, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan to where I can name all of these ships. There's going to be other YouTube channels like Lunar Squadron and people like that are going to really break this down and go through every ship. So please watch them if you want a complete breakdown of this. But we do see the Slave One there. We do see the Darth Vader Imperial Interceptor there. We see a Y-Wing. We see a few other ships here. And so it looks like that ship is from Episode 2. I'm not sure the name of that one. We see a Republic ship there, so lots of good ships there. Again, I don't know the specific names of everything, but it is cool that they actually have like the specific name, like the CR-90 Corvette, the Tantive 4. So it actually gives you the specific name of everything, which is awesome. And once again, we see that mini-kit logo as well. Alright, so here we have a shot of landing here. And here we have another look at the character roster. And we see some new characters here. So we see Salicious Crumb, I believe is how you pronounce his name, from Episode 6. We see two different versions of Rey. Like, this one has her hair down. This looks to be the one from Episode 7. And the big part of this clip right here, we see Rose Tico, of course, too. We have some Stormtroopers. We have a Sith Trooper. We have a few other characters here. But the big one I want to talk about here is on the top left. If you zoom in, that looks to be Rebel Friend. Yes, from the original LEGO Star Wars 2 and Complete Saga. The Red Rebel Trooper. So Rebel Friend, the legendary character, is going to be returning in Skywalker Saga. Hopefully they still call him Rebel Friend and he's not like renamed to something else, because they know how much of a meme he is at this point, so they got to bring him back with his original name. Alright, there's some Salicious Crumb gameplay there from the, it looks like a sequel trilogy area. And here's some more concept art. So they have like what the character looks like in the movies, and then you can kind of see them creating the minifigure for that character, which is really cool. There's Admiral Akbar. There's Mama the Hutt. Yes, Mama the Hutt is actually confirmed there. You can see her there. So it's really cool that they added the Hutt characters as playable characters in the game. Then we have some Yaddle gameplay in the open world. Then we have Babu Frick there, again with the, it looks like snow kind of accumulating on the minifigure, and he's going to be one of those mini characters, similar to what we saw in like LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 with the small characters like Groot. And yes, Babu Frick can actually engage in combat, which is hilarious. And here we got some more gameplay there with Poe Dameron. We have some more Coruscant gameplay here, trying to get this Kyber brick as well. And we have the assassin there from the beginning of Episode 2. And here we have some R2-D2 out in Tatooine. Not too much else to see there. What was that at the end? Some sort of contraption right there. Not sure if that's just in the open world, if you're actually going to be able to interact with that. There is Yoda with his cane. And it'll be interesting to see if Yoda can actually fly in his little hover chair. So we haven't seen actually the hover chair yet, but it would be cool if you can actually do that in this game. Here we have a side mission here in the Echo base on Hoth, kind of shooting with this turret here. And there's a bunch of different targets you're going to have to shoot, and I'm guessing you're going to have to get 4,000 points within the time limit to actually get the Kyber brick. And that is pretty much it for this gameplay. April 5th, 2022 is when we're actually going to be getting LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. So we're going to have all the gameplay here on the channel. We're mainly going to be focusing on guides here on this channel. So if you want to know how to do different things, how to unlock certain characters, or to get the mini kits, QuickBurt Games is going to be your place to stop. So let me know what you think about this new gameplay that we got. Did I miss anything important? Did you really enjoy this gameplay? Are you excited to get this on launch day? So like this video if you enjoyed it, dislike it if not, subscribe for more content like this, and comment below again what you think of all this. And I'll see you guys next time here on QuickBurt Games.